Hoje nós trouxemos mais uma boa seleção de filmes para você escolher e ir ao cinema. O Cine Trailer está começando. Olá pessoal! Hoje o Cine Trailer vai falar de um gênero específico, a ação. Filmes que contam uma história em ritmo acelerado ou têm belas sequências com muita velocidade, muita luta, de tudo um pouco. E para começar, nós vamos assistir a um making-off de um filme que eu já falei para vocês. Vamos ver agora o making-off de Ninja Assassino.
I think the action's going to be absolutely extraordinary.
Part of like the rationale of the film was like to take it to another level beyond what we'd all done.
Out of all the films I've worked on, this team has the most talent, I think, put together. Our whole theme for this project was human talent and trying to put together the most talented stunt team we could find.
We didn't want to rely on wire work, camera tricks, editing, visual effects. We wanted to get some really good guys in some really good motion and capture that on film. After a couple years in the business, we decided, well, we're getting older and there's so much more.
I think the action's going to be absolutely extraordinary.
Part of like the rationale of the film was like to take it to another level beyond what we'd all done.
Out of all the films I've worked on, this team has the most talent, I think, put together. Our whole theme for this project was human talent and trying to put together the most talented stunt team we could find.
We didn't want to rely on wire work, camera tricks, editing, visual effects. We wanted to get some really good guys in some really good motion and capture that on film. After a couple years in the business, we decided, well, we're getting older and there's so much more talent out there, especially looking at some of the disciplines now between free running, parkour, loop kicks, modern gymnastics, and the X Games, that we're like, well, we should go out, actively recruit these talented people and actually teach them.
We have a real vested interest in this. We direct a good portion of the film, and that's something we've been wanting to do for a long time.
Chad and Dave worked on the Matrix movies, and they worked with Wu Ping, who was the Kung Fu master who worked with us on all three Matrix films, and they learned from him, how to stage and create these scenes, and they got better and better and better.
They really care about both filmmaking and action. I'm learning so much from being on a set with them.
Those guys coalescing all those energies and all those disciplines and bringing it into one movie, that's the thing that Chad and Dave, they're pretty great.
So we went about putting together a team that had either parkour training, martial art training, or a high level of acrobatic training.
They're throwing a lot of ideas at us so we could play around with it.
We just decided how ninjas were going to move. They're going to be very athletic, very catty. The best thing we could find to how they move or how they ran or how they jumped was how the parkour guys moved. And we always wanted to do a martial art fight sequence in the middle of traffic. So we used cars and vehicles as the obstacles, coming right at our ninjas, and ninjas would hop, flip, or jump over them.
My main reason for being here is because I'm a gymnastic tumbler, and just to basically do all the crazy stuff, so people are going to get thrown around, there's going to be ninjas thrown around all over the place, big crashes and stuff. Basically, all the high somersaults and big tricks is basically why I've been brought here.
We took Damien, who was already vested some time into the parkour discipline, and with an athlete of that kind of ability, we kind of took some of our vehicles and some of our obstacles, put his ability into it, and he came up with some really cool motion. Our final scene is when Mika comes to Rain's rescue. In the dojo, she comes with her Japanese SWAT team. At the end of it, Rain does a small fight sequence with his brother, Takeshi, and ultimately faces his former master, Shokosugi.
You are still Ozuna.
In early pre-production, we both mentioned Sho.
We were both big Shokosugi fans. For his age, he was in fantastic shape. Warmed right up, jumped right into choreography.
Dave and Chad, they know. I know a lot of stuff, you know. So I started training with them, but a few days, no, you don't need to train anymore.
I think Sho really delivered. I think he's fantastic.
It's been amazing for me.
Continuando ainda nesse gênero, onde um homem enfrenta tudo pela justiça, vamos falar agora da continuação de mais uma das histórias da Marvel que virou filme. Homem de Ferro 2, desta vez traz seu personagem principal, Tony Stark, que continuará a ser interpretado por Robert Downey Jr., enfrentando aos vilões, a super espiã soviética Viúva Negra e o Whiplash, ou Chicote Negro, que serão interpretados por Scarlett Johansson e Mickey Rourke. Além disso, terá que resolver os problemas com a imprensa e os rivais das indústrias Starks. Mas Stark continuará tendo ao seu lado sua fiel assistente, Pepper Spot, interpretada mais uma vez por Gwyneth Paltrow. Stan Lee, o criador do personagem, novamente fará uma ponta, fazendo uma espécie de Larry King, entrevistando o Tony Stark. Na direção, Jon Favreau, e no roteiro, Justin Theroux. No elenco, ainda temos Don Cheadle e Samuel L. Jackson. Mas as surpresas felizes desse filme não ficaram apenas nas telonas. Em uma parceria inédita entre a Marvel e o estúdio, a Columbia Records, músicas da banda AC/DC serão gravadas pela Marvel para o filme Homem de Ferro 2. E a Columbia Records também vai lançar um álbum AC/DC Homem de Ferro 2 em 19 de abril deste ano, contendo 15 clássicos dos CDs da banda entre 1976 e 2008. O álbum estará disponível também em uma versão especial, que virá com um DVD ou um vinil. A estreia no Brasil será em maio deste ano.
Could we pick up now where we left off? Mr. Stark, please.
Yes, dear.
Could I have your attention?
Absolutely.
Our priority here is to have you turn over the Iron Man weapon to the American people.
Well, you can forget it.
We're safe. America is secure. You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor.
I have successfully privatized world peace.
We're adjourned for the day. You've been a delight.
Okay, give me a smooch for good luck. I might not make it back.
Go get him, boss.
You complete me.
Oh, it's good to be back.
You come from a family of thieves and butchers. And now, like all guilty men, you try to rewrite your own history. And you forget all the lives the Stark family has destroyed. There will be blood in the water, and the sharks will come.